Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today in this video where I wanted to kind of dive into the topic of hustle versus rest. The reason why is because I was constantly hearing the message of the gig economy and how, somebody who already has a job should try to use their time wisely, the gift of time to, build another portfolio, go the extra mile, work really hard to build a little bit extra with the time that they have. In all fairness, it's true. If you have the gift of time, use it. Because once you have a couple of kids, it's going to be hard. You're going to be tied down with some other priorities. So when I kept constantly hearing this message, I was also intrigued to remember that there is this part of a Christian walk which says that you need to take rest and you need to rest in the Word, in God. So where does that fit within this big equation that the world is throwing out to you? And it's factually so beautiful to know that, Uber Eats and, Uber and different other things are actually calling and drawing out the attention, trying to get a glimpse of your view so that they can get onto you. And you find yourself dedicating this extra little bit time that you have to doing things which are the proposals of the world. So it got me thinking, as usual, and I was reminded of this particular episode in our life where in September 2018, my husband, so Joseph, he was told that, he was doing great at his work. Everything was going perfect. They were looking to promote him into something, home lending, something. And he was excited. So he's like, yes, I'm starting to build my career profile. It is going good. We had 2 kids by then and things were looking nice. But in September 2018, something turned in his heart and he really felt the strong nudge from the Holy Spirit saying, face the giants and walk away. And he was like, we have 2 kids to feed. Like we are a family of 4. We were so close to buying a house. We had seen a mortgage broker, had like a little bit of saving and was on the pathway to achieve that goal when God said, face the giant and walk away. So anyway, it was a big decision for the family because I had just returned back to work after my maternity leave. And I was like, you know what? We need to obey God. I know it just sounds irrational. It just sounds so ridiculous, but we need to, trust him. So we trusted the command, like the word that we received, and it was not from anyone else. So we are not putting the blame on anyone else. It is from during our own personal prayer that he felt this unction and he walked away. So he put his resignation and walked away. Within a few weeks, he was like, you know what, God is going to meet us here. So he started applying for jobs and he was hoping in anticipation that, you know what, the God who called him out has something in store and he's going to trust that God is going to provide. Now, that's a asterisk, big asterisk there, because the way we expect God to provide may be very different for different people. Because we had seen and we had known a lot of testimonies of people who, walked out in faith and God miraculously just met them there and it was amazing testimony. It's all good. And we were just inspired by that. We're like, oh, God is going to come through. It's going to be amazing. This is going to be so good, Another testimony into our history books. But September finished, October finished, November finished, and we are in December. And the money is starting to get tight because I'm not talking about savings. I'm not talking about investments and extra spare cash. I'm talking about a time when we started living paycheck to paycheck, like literally counting the days before my salary came in so we could buy groceries. And it was starting to get so tight. So the pressure started increasing, the anticipation started, pumping up, and the prayers were getting hard and, fast. But we went through all of that. And in December, just before Christmas, we had literally $25 in our account. And my heart was just left broken because what am I supposed to do? It's Christmas. Like my kids are 4 and 2-year-old. I don't know what to do. So we went to Costco, we got some cheese and pasta and whatever we could do with $25. And all through that week in Christmas, we fed the kids just pasta and cheese. I'm not proud of this, but I know that I survived through it. Like whatever God gave me, I survived through that. And once that was done, we thought, you know what, in the new year, we got prophetic words after prophetic words. We had people standing with us and praying for a miracle. We had people sending out my husband's CV to everybody they knew. It was massive. Like we were not, sitting there waiting for the clouds to render and the breakthrough to happen. We did everything. And finally, our friends were just, you know what, enough. We're going to sign you up for Uber, just do something, and we just feed your family. Just feed your family. God is going to understand this just fine. So they actually signed up my husband for Uber, and he started doing Uber. And in the first week, God was like, don't. I'm calling into your place of rest, and I need you there. I'm going to build you up in that place. And yes, it is a sacrificial resting place. So he told this to me, and I'm like, you know what? I'm crushing under the pressure, but if he's telling you this, we're going to do this. So we continued. We canceled the Uber registration license, and we just continued to be in that place, months after months after months. And it'd been a year in 2019, around August, and we still didn't have a job. And then again, another year went. We still didn't have a job. And then in the third year, he actually got his first stable job. And through all of that, God told him, do not hustle. Do not take that extra thing. Do not do it, because I'm calling into a place of rest. And in that time, God built him up so much that he became an effective person in himself. Like he was able to redefine his identity in Christ and do a lot of things, which is beyond words in some capacity. But that helped us to have a strong bonding relationship within the family, that we got our priorities right. And we had so many people mock us. They said, oh, you are losing it, aren't you, Joseph? You are letting your wife lead the family. And they threw a lot of things at us. They threw stones at us. They said, you are completely out of faith. God will not do this to you. You are not hearing the Spirit. Accusations came to us really hard. We were just thrashed, and it was hard. But in one of my episodes, I had told you that we bought a house in 2020. But if you want to put the timelines right, in 2018, my husband walked out of his job. But within 4 years, he put enough money in our account and gave us every single thing that we needed in order to purchase our own home. So if God calls you out and you still have this, and we walked out at a time when we were so close to buying our first home. So we shelved our dream of buying a home in 2018. But within 4 years, he gave us enough resources to buy a house anyways. But in the 4 years, we had enough testimonies. We had seen the hand of God move. We had seen him fill our bank account when we needed it. And even though my account was negative most of the Mondays, it was negative 200, negative 50, negative 36. I didn't have money to put petrol in my car at times. I didn't have food to eat. Yes, all of that happened, but I have seen him move. I have seen him fill our barn. I have seen him come through in those 4 years. When the world said we were foolish, I said, yes, I think I am, because I've just left everything when my God told us. So my husband and I, we decided to leave everything when God told us. And we didn't hustle. We didn't try to find our own backup plan just in case, God doesn't turn up, just in case. We didn't do that. He gave us every single thing that we needed when the world said, you're going off track. But when we rested in the Lord, he didn't just give us a house. He gave us a faith-filled life. He gave us a house plus the testimonies, the faith, all of those, the benefits associated with it. And now we are in a better place. So yes, he will call you out. Yes, he might tell you not to hustle. So you need to apply the discretion. It's not with every glittery star that you jump off and you try to chase it. Is God asking you to follow that hustling invitation? Is he asking you to do that? If yes, chase it. He will bless your path. If he's not asking you to do it, and if you feel the unsettling feeling, stop and ask him again whether he's asking for your attention in his word. Is he calling you into a place of rest and restoration so that he can take you into another whole level of fulfillment? If he's doing that, please rest. All of this will be there. Everything that the world offers will be there. But the time you have in the Lord, that is an investment that you're making, not just for yourself. 7 generations will yield the fruit of your obedience. Your house will overflow with joy. Even when money is tight, you will see fulfillment. Even when there's no food on the table, it's fine. You will go through this beautifully. He will come through. He will meet you. And I am a living testimony. It happened 4 years ago. And I am here. I am still living, and I have joy in my heart because I saw how he came through. 3 years of unemployment he had. 3 full years of unemployment. My daughter, my third child, my daughter was 1 year old when he actually got his, permanent job. And even through that pregnancy, even when we didn't have money for groceries, even when we didn't have, money to buy food, I was pregnant and I needed food and I didn't have money to buy food. He opened doors which I never thought would open. He brought money into my account. And I'm not telling, my family just giving me $100,000. No, it's not that. I'm telling you of how he becomes your father in your life. And he will move, okay? He will interfere. And it is amazing to see that the Father, the creator of heaven and earth, will interfere in your life if you decide to listen to him and choose the right thing, whether it's hustle, where you dedicate your time for it, or if it's resting in the Lord, where you will still be filled and raised up. So I hope this message would make some sort of sense to you if you feel the strong urge and the calling to do something. But, apply your own discretion and see what's fit for you. If the hustle is draining your energy and if you're feeling more drained, inadequate, or further from the goal, maybe the Spirit is not leading you there. You need to apply discretion. You need to, seek the word of the Lord and see if God is asking you to go down that track so that you will have income which is blessed by the Lord. That is a whole different topic for another day, but I hope today you would have a good experience from this video, and I'll see you another time. See ya. Bye.